she came home.
Carlyle's lost an empire. You fall hard enough, you tend to be reminded of what truly matters. So, the end of the line. You ready for this?
Are you? Who will you be, without a score to settle?
I guess the world's most wanted fugitive will have to do.
Alexa Carlyle is dead. According to the funeral invitation, that is. So naturally, it caused quite a stir when the late matriarch turned up at the breakfast table, alive and kicking. Carlyle, wisely sensing that her number is up, has emerged from exile to tie up loose ends and secure the Carlyle legacy. She may be a monster, but you have to admire her due diligence. Carlyle descends from an ancient line of warrior aristocrats. Her great-grandfather made a killing in the Second Opium War and established an empire in shipping, railroads, and newspaper publishing. While largely unknown to the public, the family still asserts its quiet dominance over global transport and logistics, media, and technology. Most senior of the partners, Alexa Carlyle, is cold as ice, tough as nails, and sharp as a razor. Incidentally, it was her late father who first brought the three families together after the end of World War II at this very house, meaning that this gentleman is the birthplace of Providence.
It began here, and it ends here. Talk about poetic.
One more thing. According to our intel, Carlyle keeps a case file on the Constant. Information that may be helpful in his recapture, so don't leave the estate without it.
Right. Happy hunting, 47. See you on the other side.
Thornbridge Manor, the Carlyle family's home for countless generations. The Revenant Alexa Carlyle and her 3 adult children, younger brother Zachary, grandson and daughter-in-law, are all gathered to conduct Carlyle's sham funeral. Curiously, Carlyle summoned a famous London PI soon after arriving this morning, but his purpose at Thornbridge is yet unclear. Now, the target knows that you're coming, and her guard detail is top-notch. So the estate. Any appeal for backup is going to fall on very deaf ears. Good luck, gentlemen.
I have an appointment with Madame Carlyle. Please wait. Mr. Whitmer is here to see Madame Carlyle. You can go right in.
Girl, get out! Hey! Lucky. I'll put mine in the fridge. Yeah, not in the fridge. Right? Hurry up. I'm about to start the timer. Run, girl. I just joked about triggering. Go, go, go.
Hey, who is throwing stuff around here? Come on! Come on, give me a...
Hey, you're trespassing, mister. I should probably call security.
Can someone help me with this guy? He's been a total twat!
What the fuck?
Wake up! Act like you give a shit! Hey, you! What seems to be the problem here? Got a trespasser. Good job, thank you.
Calling in, suspect is nowhere in sight. Standing down.
Strawberry? Hey, why is there chips all over the place? What are you doing with my stuff? Leave it alone.
thumbs up, mate.
Got you this time, motherfucker.
Greetings, sir.
Oh, by the way, I told Kate about those texts.
What did she say?
Well, I thought she'd be mad at me, but she just thanked me. Said she understood the position I was in. We had a really good talk about it, actually.
Oh, what did I tell you? She's a sensible woman. And that stuff from your ex was like manipulation 101.
I know. I guess I thought she was gonna read into them and freak out and say I must have done something to provoke her.
Shit, man. Caroline really did a number on you.
Life can be tough sometimes.
Alexa back from the dead, a make-believe funeral, a murder mystery. Oh, it's all too much.
Don't worry, I'm sure everything will settle down soon.
Oh, it's gonna settle down after I kill this bitch.
Did Alex tell you what Emma did when she arrived? Tell me. Elaine said she saw her on the top floor, stroking the door to Alexa's office. I kid you not.
She can't wait to get her hands on Thornbridge Manor.
But he was such a gentleman. He gave me his coat and all.
Rosie, you need to forget about Patrick. No good's gonna come of it. Stick to your own kind.
You mean like crippled video games? Never any romance. I deserve romance.
How are things coming along inside? Is everything ready for tomorrow?
I can't deal with all this pretend funeral stuff just now. I know I have to, but Amy thinks she might be pregnant. I'm gonna be a dad.
Amy is a great lass. You love her, she loves you. And now a wee one on the way. I'd say you're one lucky bastard.
So what about that wire? Nah, I'll cut it. You need to be on it.
Oh shit.
That appears to be a half-burned diary belonging to Zachary Carlyle. It says he and Madame Carlyle murdered their older brother 46 years ago, and that Mr. Fernsby helped them cover it up. He was planning to confess it all. Interesting.
I could listen all day. He pours emotion into that.
Quite the poet, but you're right.
What the hell? Oh, don't mind me, I'm just an extra butler.
That is Phineas Whitmer, the famous private investigator hired by Madame Carlyle this morning. I'm curious why he's here. Maybe you should do some detecting yourself, 47. A famous private investigator summoned by Alexa Carlyle has arrived at Thornbridge Manor.
I don't think I can refuse. I can't feel my legs, and my eyes are not working properly. This flicker thing. You can't tell anyone. Well, the thing is, I've been... But even the fact is still alive, we still have to go through with it.
Bad news, I'm afraid.
And right in front of me, a greenhouse.
Ethel looked everywhere.
Indeed.
Got to be kidding. No power, no portrait.
Oh, Madame Carlyle will be furious. She expects the family photo to be done any moment now.
I need this shoot to happen, okay? And I need it to be perfect.
You strike me as independent and self-sufficient. Taking a break where the family might see you.
I guess we could do that.
Perhaps you're also
I'll finish
perceptive.
setting up.
Hey, perhaps you should talk to me and not my worker like that.
The last 24 hours.
Let me think.
First thing, don't think.
Are you smoking a joint?
Well, I'm sure I left 20 quid in my locker, but when I came
Better
in this
not
morning,
be.
it was only a $5.
Nope, not perceptive at all.
Put that fucking cigarette out and get back to work, you piece of shit. Man, you ain't even looking at nothing.
From high heels. Expensive. Size 6.
Look, man, go somewhere secluded so I can murder you and take your outfit. Oh, looks like this is my time to shine. Die! You go in there.
If
Give
you're
me
dressed like
that
Detective
outfit.
47, you might as well act the detective. I suggest you go talk to the butler.
Where's the butler?
Yeah, hey.
Don't say more to that weird detective than you need to.
I was just having a laugh, dear. Must admit.
To do with Zachary's death.
Oh, please.
He's circling us. I don't see him snooping around your sister. I bet Alexa said something.
If I could be bothered, I'd be worried.
Mr. Whitmer, are you ready to inspect the crime scene now?
I sure am.
Very well.
Lead the
You
way.
will follow me, sir.
Fuck you looking at?
I feel obliged to point out that current affairs surrounding Madame Carlyle are of a delicate nature. You may be familiar with the recent announcement of her death. You will probably learn that a staged funeral is scheduled to take place tomorrow. Madame's children were not informed until this morning that their mother was in fact not dead at all. So please bear with them if they seem affected by the rather unusual situation.
Oh, they'll be affected.
I trust I do not need to remind you that there will be consequences if word gets out that Madame Carlyle is still alive.
I'll consider her dead when I leave.
Before you inspect the crime scene, I will tell you this.
Gotta adjust my shit, man.
The case concerns the death of Mr. Zachary, Madame Carlyle's younger brother. He was found dead in his bed this morning. The door was locked from the inside, and a suicide letter was found in his room. However, Madame Carlyle suspects foul play and will not accept that he took his own life. I've prepared some information for you, so please do come and see me when you've finished your investigation of the crime scene. This is Mr. Zachary's room.
I sure
To
will.
my right.
A locked room murder mystery, 47. I trust you'll get to the bottom of this. Why don't you use your camera to scan the dead body, 47?
Throat markings indicate rare, short-lived plant poison killed him. Spread shows time of death at around 10 o'clock last night.
You do know your poisons, 47. Zachary was shopping for new Wellingtons last night. Not exactly what you would expect from someone suicidal.
I must agree. I do say.
Zachary's suicide note. Oh.
Haunted by horrible past choices, all the consuming consequences. Alexa was the raft that kept me afloat. Without her, I could not go on. Goodbye.
Also, a sample of handwriting. It could be relevant to compare to other samples to establish its authenticity.
I should hold on to this. Alright, what next?
No! Stop!
I do believe I'm done here. Ooh.
A hidden door.
It's a secret passage. This could explain how the door was locked from the inside. A photocopy of the floor plans. Somebody's been researching the secret ins and outs of Thornbridge Manor. I believe you've done a thorough search of the crime scene, 47. Maybe it's time to see the butler. I'm curious about the information he's prepared for you.
You seen anything suspicious? I'm talking to you, bitch.
You need to watch it.
Mr. Fernsby, I'm done with the crime scene.
Did you establish a time of death?
Zachary died around 10 o'clock last night.
That means the staff were off duty. And Madame Carlyle and her security didn't arrive until this morning. That leaves Madame's family and myself as the only persons here when he died. And before you ask, no, I do not have an alibi. I was alone in my office at the time of death. Here's the material that I prepared for you. It's a list of the possible suspects and their quarters. Hopefully that will help you keep track of your findings. Please come and see me when you've solved the case, and I will take you to Madame Carlyle.
Mr. Fernsby clearly didn't commit the murder, but I think you have enough evidence to convince me. Madame Carlyle, you did. This is very useful information, 47. A quick glance, and I can see that you've already uncovered some relevant facts. So how does one solve a murder mystery, 47? Motive, means, and opportunity, I believe. May I suggest you ask the suspects for alibis? Or perhaps do you prefer searching the manor for clues first?
Listen, Gregory.
Rebecca Carlyle, can you tell me about yesterday evening?
We don't really see much of each other, my brothers and I. I suppose it takes our mother's funeral to bring us together, and even then, it's not like we sit on each other's laps. Now, let's see. Patrick, Gregory's son, disappeared straight after dinner. You know, I think he might be in some sort of trouble. Edward wanted to go as well, but Gregory convinced him to stay for a few drinks before they went off for a pint at the local at 9:15. I swear Gregory enjoys Edward's discomfort over staying here. I had a conference call with my New York office at 9, so I spent 3 hours on my laptop in my room and went straight to bed afterwards. I don't know about Emma.
Did you really?
She did act a bit strange. You know, I bet she was making lists for changes needing to be done once she gets her hands on Thornbridge Manor. Quite the shock she had when Mother arrived during breakfast. Is that everything, Mr. Whitman? I do have a lot to see to.
Tell me about Zachary. Did he act strange last night?
You know, now you mention it, he was a lot more chatty than usual. He wanted to know about my connections in the publishing business. Apparently, a friend of his is writing a book, which strikes me as very peculiar. I didn't think he had any friends. Is there anything else you want to ask me?
Anything else you feel like mentioning?
I may be wrong, but I saw Mr. Fernsby, the butler, leave Zachary's room early this afternoon. And he seemed a bit startled when he saw me in the hallway. It's probably nothing. Oh, and one more thing. Please be kind to Edward. He can only take so much.
I will be the judge of character around here, bitch. Trying to solve a fucking murder. Yeah.